before I get into what I want to talk about, I just want to say I am just immensely glad, and I just want to express my gratitude for how many views one of my videos is getting. One of my horoscopes for all 12 signs is getting. Jupiter Direct, I looked, and it is going viral compared to my other videos. We just look at the views of it, just to see, which I will definitely not be taking this down. 643 views. I don't know what to say. This is what I was, wondering about these videos, about these horoscope for 12 sign videos. And it is getting out there what I am doing, and I'm so glad about it. I'm just so thankful that this video is getting so many views and so many people are seeing this. I did not expect it to get this many views, and I got a couple very, very good comments from viewers about it, and I think I am doing the right thing, and I want to be an Aries and do things my own way and continue to do what I am doing. So anyway, I thought I might mention that just going into this podcast. Now, into what I want to really spill out for you in this podcast. Now, I don't want to give too much away because I cannot give too much away. This is not going against that privacy video that I made at all. This is just another video getting into some different types of things related to it that I feel like I want to expand upon from that video. I just want to phrase it this way. I did something wrong, and, an organization is watching me. I mean, that's all that I want to say. I don't have to go into the specific details of what happened and, the details of all of this. I don't feel that is necessary, and I don't want to go into that. This is me coming from the inside out. This is me coming from a reflected, clear place of sovereign, grounded power within myself to present this information and present my true feelings on this. And if it does hurt and riddle, if that's the word for it, this organization, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And I'm going to get into some reasons why here in this podcast. So I just feel just in fear. I was crying last night. I was crying. I was breaking down. I was being very, very dramatic because I was just in fear of this organization. I am in fear of it because, they may be watching what I am doing and the content that I put out. And so that is why, I do feel this fear. Like I can't express myself fully, like I'm inhibited, like I'm not allowed to really express my voice in a true way. And, the downside is, with the concerns of family, they do not want to be in a worse situation. So, talk about Cancer South Node. Talk about, Capricorn North Node. Because what is this North Node about? It's about breaking free from the draining limitations of family and getting on your bird and just going out and making something happen in the world and getting into, there's a comfort with the logical mind. There's a comfort with the security, well, I don't want to say the logical mind. Just finding the security within yourself, finding the autonomy and inner authority within yourself to make something happen and go out there and not, worry what family may think of you. It's like if there are paintings on the wall, you can choose to take them off. They're not bound to the wall. You can choose to just see the painting and take the painting off the wall and replace it with a new painting of your own making, a new painting of what you're doing being liberated and free, what you're doing not because of others, but because of what you want to do. You're not limited by this painting that this other person put up, that this artist put up, that you look at in your own house, and it's like, this doesn't feel true for me, so I'm going to take this painting down and replace it with something else. And so that's what I'm doing. So feeling very, very much in fear. This is a very, very real thing in my life, and I cannot get into it with you. A part of me wishes that I could, but I cannot. I will share the truth, and I do have the right to use my voice and speak my truth on these videos. This is the Real Me podcast. And this is my podcast. I'm not going to let anyone interfere with what I want to produce unless it's wrong, unless it's unethical, unless it is not for my highest good. If it's not for my highest good, not from a projective place, but from a place that is like internally, like I know what's right and I know what's wrong, like what it feels in my intuition, that I won't produce it. And the episode that I produced, that I got rid of, was not for my highest good. There were some things in there that were naming individuals that I shouldn't have named. I took that down, and that was the right thing to do. I do not believe, let me change that. I will not be taking this down for anyone. This is me expressing my truth. And if there should be a problem, that's them. And I am going to be okay with others not being okay with what I am doing. This is Taurus North Node, Scorpio South Node. This is what it is. Scorpio South Node is, I gotta prove, and I gotta work, and I gotta prove my value because I don't feel like I'm worthy, and I'm only worthy in others' eyes. Taurus North Node says, I am secure and grounded within myself, and I am worthy just as I am. I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I am worthy just as a being, just as a soul living a human experience. I am worthy to live the comforts of my life and have the security of my life that I want. I'm worthy of living the life according to my values. I am worthy of living, a life of, just empowerment to be who I am. Not be bound by others' values. and others' conditions, and they're draining me, saying you have to do it this way, and you can't express your full self, or whatever. All these Scorpio power dynamics in life in general, and all the individuals that drain your power, that suck you down from being your true self, that take away your value. Your value and your worth is something that others cannot take away from you. It is invaluable. It is precious. It is who you are. Nobody can take that away from you. I will not allow anyone to take away the value that I have for myself and what I want to produce. I will not be compromising on that. This does kind of remind me of, being in North Korea. Think it is a play. Like, I feel like I am there right now. I feel like I am in one of those homes, and I have to be very, very careful what I read and what I watch to make sure that I'm not violating the laws, because it's like, in a series of unfortunate events, we have eyes everywhere, and we are always watching, says Esme Genevieve Squaller in an episode, the Vile Village episode in season 2 of a series of unfortunate events. But that's not true. And I'm going to get into that later. But I do feel like I am in North Korea. And I do feel like I am being watched to make sure that I'm not violating any law with my freedom of expression, with my freedom of what I do, in terms of the books I read, in terms of the movies that I watch, in terms of what I say, in terms of how I express my emotions. It is I feel for those in North Korea. Like, I strongly empathize with what that is like. And I strongly also empathize with Anne Frank right now. I empathize with Anne Frank. Because Anne Frank had to stay in her house, couldn't get outside, couldn't express herself, publicly out into the open because of the Nazis, taking over and running the town, and her having to stay quiet. But she did have an outlet. She did have her journal that she wrote in. And I think that that's the whole book. And it is on my list to read. I want to read it in its full completion sometime, because I want to understand her individual story and how powerful that story was, of her finding a way to survive through these very, very dark, challenging circumstances in her life. Where she, just imagine trying to be calm and sovereign within yourself when others are overpowering you and limiting you, and keeping you stuck inside your house, and you can't go outside because you're going to get potentially attacked, you're going to get hurt, you're going to get in trouble by the law. This is all these kind of things like that. And I also want to say that, The Handmaid's Tale, I think, is also reminding me of that, because the woman had to, there's some story, I'm not exactly sure about that point being, the women were not free to be themselves. They were subservient to the evil society and the potential dictatorship that went on in society. And they didn't have freedom of speech. They didn't have their rights. And all those kind of things like that. 1984 is another example. How in 1984 it was a futuristic society. Of course, we lived through that, and it certainly was not like this. But in 1984, was just about this society with like cameras that this was so invasive. There would be cameras that would be watching in your house. Cameras within your house. Cameras that show themselves out to the streets. And, they would be viewing you. They would be, watching you. And, you would be watched. Just imagine cameras in your house that were probably hidden, that you wish you could just take off the wall but turn up. But what happens if you take off the wall? You might get in trouble. I am just speechless. I'm just speechless. That is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. You don't have your privacy. You don't have your freedom to express what you want to express, to do what you want to do, because you're being watched by Big Brother. And Big Brother rules the roost, and Big Brother, is in charge over you. And you just can't live a life in peace, in sovereignty, in independence, in feeling a sense of self-worth for yourself and feeling secure within yourself because of that. It's sad. Another example, Fahrenheit 451. God forbid, reading, knowledge, books, human authors writing human stories with their personalities and their knowledge of what they have to give. The insights that they have to give in those books that have a lot of meaning, and yet the policemen did not come in the houses to put out the fires, but they actually started the fires by taking the books in the house and putting them in a fire and burning them. I read this story. I'll probably read it again sometime. This is just sad. This is just sad that you couldn't read. You had to just rely on a TV and whatever thing, and you had to keep it in your head, and you couldn't just experience it and see it and feel it and touch it and understand it, interpret it. In your head, you couldn't do that. And you had to hide the books as best you can, and they would find it anyway, and they would, burn it. This is a sad state of affairs with all this going on. Just imagine all the books that I have in my house right now, burned, removed. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm speechless. I could not handle that at all. I cannot fathom the idea of books that you read, that you want to read, that you're interested in, that you value, that maybe you own these books, and then some stranger, some outside force takes away your rights and takes away your right of property by burning these things which belong to you. Wow, that is just sad. And I feel like I'm one of those individuals in the 3 stories that I described. I feel like I am being robbed. Like, I can't say what is from my heart. Like, I have to be very, very careful about what I say, because I could get in trouble. Because something bad could happen to me because of what I say. God forbid, self-expression. God forbid. I can't express myself the way that I want to. Otherwise, others will be in danger. I mean, okay, that is for the books. That is for a dream. That is not for real life. That is not the world that I want to live in. That is not the life that I want to live. I want to live a life of having freedom of speech, of having the right to speak my mind, of which I do have the right to do on this podcast. This is my podcast, and I will say what I feel is right to say, what I feel inspired, and what is in my heart to say. And no one will take that away from me. No one will take that away from me. You know, I don't want to have to be afraid of producing content on my own channel. I don't want to have that fear. Unless it's not right. Unless it names people, give away specific information, unless it's not very Aquarian to do. This is Aquarian of me to do. This is me stepping into the Aquarian age and being my true self doing this. Going back to what I was saying on that video, it did upset, that those videos did upset those in my close community. And that was not good, and I feel bad for that, and I will amend that. And I can see where I was in the wrong. But I am not in the wrong doing this podcast. I am not in the wrong. I am completely in the right. If I have something to say, I will come on and I will say it. I will speak my mind. This is the Real Me podcast. And if I'm inhibited to speak my mind and speak my truth and speak my feelings on this podcast, then why am I even on YouTube to begin with? If I can't say what I wish to say, why am I doing this channel? Why am I even on here? I will not be shut down. I will not be silenced or limited or inhibited from being my true self in these videos. I will not succumb to that. Now let me just talk to this organization. I think this is going to help me feel more comfortable and relieve this fear that I have, relieve this anxiety that I have. So let me just talk to them. Let me just talk to this organization. I know what it is. I'm very, very aware. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm just going to talk to it. I know I was in the wrong with what I did. It wasn't right. And I fully acknowledge that. And I did what I could. I took the videos down. I did all the right things. I even made a video about the importance of privacy, expressing my thoughts. I did all the right things there. I didn't say in that video that I would limit my speech, that I would limit what I would want to say, that I would limit my voice, that I would limit my truth. And if you're watching this, I feel afraid and I feel like I can't speak my truth. I feel like I can't be my true self and speak my truth because you're watching me. You're keeping tabs on me with what I'm doing. I don't appreciate that. And I would very, very much like it if you stop, leave me alone, and trust me. You can trust me. I've learned from my mistakes. I will not make the same mistakes again. But I need you to pull back. And I need you to stop following me and paying attention to every little thing I do, with every video that I post, with every post that I come out with. I need you to just stop. Because this is making me feel trapped. This is making me feel like I am seen and inhibited on my own channel. Not somebody else's channel that I'm sharing with somebody else, but my own channel. I am feeling inhibited and afraid to produce certain content on my own channel. I'm afraid to say things that I want to say, my truth, on my own channel. I hope that you have empathy for that. That you understand that this is my channel, and I have the right to speak my truth. And I have the right to speak my mind. And I will not let you keep me from doing that. I will not stop this Real Me podcast because I'm afraid that something bad will happen. And if something bad will happen, it's not my fault. I just want you to know that. And you know what? So what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a bad thing happening because I will not be hurt. I will still be able to do what I am doing. I will still be able to produce content. And no one will take away my privilege and my right to produce content on my own channel. The content that I wish to produce on my own channel. You will not take away my privilege to post and my freedom of speech. You will not take away who I am as an individual, and by watching me, and by knowing that you are watching me, inhibits me. It takes me away from being my true self, so I'm asking you, please, stop. Leave me alone. I did what I could. I took care of it. Now, leave me alone. I know that you're worried. I know that you're scared because I did something wrong, but I need you to just trust me that I won't do the same things again, and let me be. Let me be. Please. Let me be. Let me do what I feel is right in my heart to do. And you know what? Even if you are watching, so be it. I can't control you, and I can't control what you do, but I can control what I do. And you may not like it. You may not like it if I happen to throw in something personal, if I happen to throw in something without being totally aware of it. You may be upset by it, and you may not like it. But it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. My family is taking this way too seriously. I have taken this way too seriously. I'm going to stop taking this way too darn seriously. And stop taking me and my channel and what I produce so darn seriously. Lighten up. Release your grip. Release the attachment that you have to me and what I do. Hold space. Have compassion. And understand the importance of the Aquarian need for freedom and space. Don't keep watching me to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Don't keep being Big Brother. You are not Big Brother. We are not living in North Korea. We are not living in 1984. We are not living in Fahrenheit 451. We are living in America. A free place where everyone is allowed to express themselves. I am on social media. Everyone has the freedom to express themselves and be their authentic self. You're not this powerful entity that is going to take away who I am and what I produce. I don't want to come in to a video with the fear of what I might say, and with caution every time, and holding myself back because you're watching, and the knowledge that you are watching. I need you to stop watching me. I need you to leave me alone. And I'll mind my business, you mind your business. But I need you to leave me alone. And go about what you need to do with your life. Get off my case. Leave me alone. That's all I'm asking. It's just for you to leave me alone. I would really, really very much appreciate that. And you know what? Even if you don't, I'm going to pretend like I'm being left alone. I'm going to pretend like you are not watching. I'm going to act as if and live a life where you are not watching me. That's how I'm going to live. Because I will not live a life with others watching me and keeping tabs on what I do when it comes to my self-expression, when it comes to who I am, on my own channel. On my own channel. I will not accept that. I will not live a life like that. Release the fear that you have. Let go of the attachment to the fear that you have of what I might do. I am not a dangerous person. I am not a bad or harmful person. I am a good person. And I know that you know that I am a good person. But I will not do anything dangerous. I will not do anything harmful. And you're making me feel like I'm a bad person. You're making me feel like I am dangerous. That I could put myself and the others in my life in danger by simply speaking my truth. This is not the reality that we live in. Do other content creators have to go through this? I don't know. But just because I do something in the past that was wrong doesn't mean that it has to follow me into the now and into the future. Just because I do something wrong. Water under the bridge. It happened. I did something wrong. I learned from my mistakes. Now let go and move on. Let go and move on. That is the spiritual thing to do. And this channel is a lot about authenticity. And there's a lot of spirituality included with this channel. And if you watch my content, I very much talk about authenticity in my content. This podcast itself is about authenticity. You are causing stress to my family, and it is affecting how they are coming off to me. In a way where they are now limiting me and being afraid for me because you are limiting me, because you are afraid of me, that you have to. Why do you have to feel like you have to keep tabs on me? Why? Because I might do something unlawful? Because I might continue to do something wrong? Why do you have to keep tabs on me? Why can't you just let go and allow the person to be themselves and trust that they're going to do right? Why can't you just let go? Go on my channel and look at all my spirituality channels. Look at Aaron Dowdy, who talks about letting go. Look at all the things I'm subscribed to. And know who I am. And respect who I am. And stop watching me. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be scared or worried or anxious. Just trust. Just trust. Trust builds love. Trust is right. Trust is ethical. Trust shows the other person that you care about them, that you respect them, that you value them because you're keeping your word. Keep your word to me that you will lay off what I do. I know that there are certain protocols that have to happen. But you know what protocols are? I heard this in a movie. Protocols and rules and regulations are not the same as emotions. They're not the same as feeling. They're not the same as personality. They're not the same as heart and authenticity. I will be my authentic self, and you will not take that away from me. And I feel like you are taking that away from me in my life right now. I was really gobsmacked, if that's the word for it, shocked by what happened to me. It was a wake-up call. And it should be happening in a dream. This should be in a dream, not real life. So, I hope that you're hearing this. I hope that you see the title of this video and decide to click on it and hear what I have to say about this. Wouldn't... I know you have to do it for ethical reasons because... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why are you doing this? Like, what okay, I want you to... I'm talking to this organization now. Drop into your heart. Ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Do I really believe in this? Or am I just following the rules? Or am I just following what I'm supposed to do, what I'm instructed to do, and following these rules even though deep down I'm like, no, I shouldn't do this. Or maybe if you do feel that you do feel that it is right, open up your heart. Have compassion, if you don't have it already, for me and my channel and my videos. I mean, this is not, you are not YouTube. You are not YouTube. YouTube is not putting these restrictions on me because I violated laws on YouTube. You are not YouTube. You are something else. You are another organization. You are not the platform that I go off of. Then this would be different. Look at YouTube's policies. Read them through. And don't do anything more than those policies. To me. Whatever they're saying, read through them. And don't be more invasive and put more restrictions on me other than the policies that they have with how you should produce your videos, how you should put out your videos. Look at those policies. And be like YouTube. Be a version in my real life, my community, but be like YouTube. Have the same rules and allowing for somebody's freedom of expression and freedom of sovereignty to express whatever is in their heart to express, and be like YouTube. I have a Gemini stellium, and I cannot hold things in. I do not believe in holding things in, and I will not hold things in. When I have something to say, I will come on here and say it. I will come on here and say it. I have the right to do this. I have the freedom to do this. And if you lay off my channel, it might help my family feel better. Might help our relationships be better. Might lower the stress. Because it's affecting me in my own home, in my own life, and I should not have to succumb to these consequences. What did I do to deserve these consequences? I'm not a bad person. I didn't throw a phone at a teacher or get in a car accident with somebody on the road or do anything that could cause me to be in house arrest with a thing around my leg and me not being allowed to leave the house. All I did was make an error of judgment and put out content that named people and that was wrong to do. That should not have consequences that continue on. You should just let it go. It happened. Let it go and move on. That is the right thing to do. That is the Aquarian thing to do, is not dwell on the past. And if you want to participate in moving into the Aquarian age, then you will do this. You did the right thing. You made me aware of what I did wrong. I was not aware before. Now that I am aware, you don't have to worry anymore. Lay off. Get off watching me and everything that I do. Listen to your heart. Don't follow the rules. Follow what is in your heart. What is your heart telling you? What is your intuition telling you? I'm not separate from you. I am connected with you. I am one with you. I am one. I am a soul. You are a soul. You have a soul. I am a soul. Connect in that soulful, connected way. Open up your heart and live from that place. Because when you do, you won't be caught up in the egoic need, in the fear-based need, and the Capricornian, Saturnian, top-down, conventional need to control others, to keep just to keep tabs on others, to make sure that they're doing the right thing. I need you to stop and respect my personal space. Stop looking into what I'm doing and respect my space. That's what I want from you. That's what I'm asking you to do. That's what I'm imploring you to do, is to respect my channel in a way where you're backing off and minding your own business and respecting my space. Because I am a Taurus North Node, and I have the right to, I'm an Aries Sun, I have the right to be sovereign in myself and be an independent person, being true to myself. I am a Taurus North Node. I'm Mars and Gemini, allowed to speak my truth. I'm a Taurus North Node. I am worthy of speaking my truth, of living a life in accordance to my values without anyone draining me or without anyone inhibiting me from doing that. I will not be disempowered by this. And I do believe that that is all that I want to say. Now, the very, very last thing that I want to do in this video is I want to do a meditation. You know, maybe I will throw this in. But I'm just going to do a meditation. Just Mercury retrograde in Pisces, let's do a meditation. And, you know, maybe I'm talking to this organization again. Have you watched my videos? Have you seen my song called A Song for You? A song about personal autonomy and freedom? Have you heard that song? Have you heard my astrology videos? Have you heard all those videos of me? Have you watched those videos? Or are you just assuming all these negative things about me and not actually getting into who I am and getting to know who I am so that you can find it in your heart to leave me alone? So can you find it in your heart to leave me alone? Now let's do meditation. This is for those who feel like structures or individuals in their life limit them from being their true self. This is the meditation. I want you all watching this, if you could. You don't have to. You can just skip this part of the video. This is not, mandatory, but I just want to include this. I'm going to do it with you. And actually, I have a plan to do meditations for the North Nodes and the signs, and I want to do meditations for the North Nodes. Because I think that there's something healing about meditation that I want them to tap into. Like, for the Gemini North Node, it's like being in beginner's mind. For the Taurus North Node, it's about self-worth. For the Capricorn North Node, it's healthy detachment. There's just all kinds of things for those North Nodes that I will look into and probably do over time. I can't do them on a schedule. I don't want to complicate my life. I may not get to all of them, I'll say. Just that's an idea that I have that I want to do. And I will do it with you as I am doing it, because if I'm looking at words to say, then I'm going to be very, very tempted to rush through and be very, very fast. So I will make it up as I go along. I will make it up as I go along and do it with the audience as they are doing it with me. And I want to talk about something else to this organization. If you saw that video on privacy, I talk very specifically about living from the inside out. Living from the inside out. Which means not getting caught in what others think of you. Others' judgments, others controlling you, others limiting you. Any external things like that. And being true to yourself and projecting that out to the world. That's what it means to live from the inside out. I explained it on the video. And I will live from the inside out. And you will respect me living from the inside out. And the way to respect me and what I do on this channel is by leaving me alone. Leaving me alone. That's what I need you to do. So, meditation. Let's get to the meditation. I want you to just... I'm going to take a Tic Tac because whenever I do meditations, I get very conscious of my breath, so I have to do this every time I meditate. Because I'm breathing and I'm feeling in my breathing. Let's do this. Just relax. This is a relaxing meditation. Just relax. Close your eyes. Right here and now. Slow everything down. Slow everything down. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Feel that inhale and exhale as you breathe in and out. And be present with that inhale and exhale. Just sit with this. Now, imagine this limiting structure, this limiting person, this limiting force in your life right now. Just imagine them. Just have them in your mind. Know them in your mind. You don't have to see them. Just know it. Just think about it. And see them. Acknowledge how they are making you feel. And how do they make you feel? Do they make you feel drained? Do they make you feel frightened? Do they give you stress? Do they give you anxiety? Have they put a wound in you that you're trying to heal? Are they making you feel angry? And are they taking away who you are as an individual? Ask yourself these questions. And if you say yes to these questions, hold this. Just be present with this. Just sit with it. And acknowledge this very clearly in your mind. This is just, we're acknowledging all the stuff right now. Now we're going to face this demon head on. We're going to face the demon head on. We're going to face this almighty, powerful force, this draining, powerful force that has power over you head on. And this is what we're going to say. Repeat after me. I am worthy of being myself. I am worthy of living a life according to my own values. I am worthy of my inner peace. I will not get steered off course because of this. And if your boat should have gotten stirred off course, now is the time to put it back on course. Tell this force exactly what you feel. Tell them what you feel about them. Tell them how they are making you feel. And be courageous and be assertive and be honest about that. Not in an aggressive way, but in a compassionate way. This is not an aggressive thing. This is a compassionate thing. You're telling them exactly how you feel. So whatever you feel, tell them. Get specific. Tell them. I will do it right now for myself because I'm doing this meditation with you. I feel like I can't express what I can on my channel. I have to feel like I have to be very, very careful of what I say on my own channel because you're watching me. I feel afraid. I feel stressed. I feel hurt. I feel like my freedom is taken away from me. Now just allow them to absorb whatever you've just said. And just simply say, go away. Go away. Tell them to go away. Say, I'm releasing this from my life. I'm letting go of this. Slow everything down. Just be present with us. I am letting go of this force that is taking all the power and control away from me. Sorry about that, everybody. Personal thing. Anyway, getting back to the meditation. So I just want you to continue to have your eyes closed. Just continue to have your eyes closed. I'm not going to rush this. This is going to be as long as it's going to be, because this is meditation. And meditations are not rushed things. Say, I'm letting go of this burden. I'm letting go of this weight off my shoulders. Imagine, if you will, you're walking up a mountain and you have a bag of bricks or whatever heavy material that you can imagine. You have a bag of rocks, whatever it is, a heavy material object, and it's weighing you down. It's weighing you down. As you climb up the mountain, it feels heavier and heavier. You're becoming weaker. Now imagine this organization with this powerful force making you feel this way, making your life heavier, making you feel weighed down. Imagine this, if you can, or just know it. You don't have to see it. Just know it. Don't try to force the imagination into being. Just allow. Just allow. Relax and allow. You're climbing up this mountain, and as you are, it is becoming heavier and heavier. Now imagine you suddenly get to the top of the mountain. And now you are completely exhausted. You can't go any further. Your legs are weak. Your feet are tired. You are done walking with this bag. You can't do it anymore. So now, take the bag with the bricks in it. And with courage, with the need to get rid of your problems, to get rid of those overpowering you, to get rid of those taking control over you, draining your energy, taking away your sense of sovereignty, distorting your truth, distorting your beliefs about yourself, distorting your feelings about yourself, distorting yourself, which distorts your trust in yourself that you know right from wrong. Take this bag and courageously throw it over. Or just drop the bag. Because it's so heavy, just drop the bag. And just watch as the bag drops to the ground. And as it drops, you're seeing it go further and further away from you. Then, as it hits the ground, everything from the bag dissolves. Everything from the bag sparkles. See the sparkle. See the dust. See the dirt. See what is sparkling out from the bag. All the heavy materials are now turned into dust and sparkling. Now, watch as the sparkles come from the bag. And leave the bag. And the bag is a stagnant bag with nothing in it, just laying on the ground. And all the weight in the bag is gone. It has no weight anymore. It's dissolved. How do you feel? How do you feel now? That this bag, the contents of this bag, is dissolved. Now imagine a beautiful rainbow rising on the horizon. A beautiful rainbow. Just see the rainbow. Just know the rainbow. All of the colors, such as green, blue, red, orange, yellow, purple, pink. See all the colors in this rainbow. It's so vivid. You can see it all. It's just the most beautiful sight you've ever seen, or one of the most beautiful sights you've ever seen in your life. Just observe the rainbow. Be present with the rainbow. What does the rainbow symbolize to you? What does it mean to you? To me, it means that this is the end of my troubles. Just like after a storm, just like after rain, the sun comes and the rainbow comes. This is the end of my troubles. I am no longer bound to this organization, to this powerful force over me. I am no longer bound by this. I am free. I am at peace. I am secure within myself. Just sit with it. I am love. I am grounded. I am connected to myself. I no longer have the organization or the powerful force keeping me from my feeling of peace. Now I can be free. I've broken the weight. I've destroyed the weight. And now that it's all gone, I am free. I'm free. Sit with this. Take another deep breath in. And breathe out. Sit with it for a little bit. Sit with this feeling of peace. Just be in this feeling of peace. Just be. Just be. Smile and breathe in and out. Just smile. Just smile. you feel good. Doesn't it feel good to be free? Doesn't it feel peaceful to be free? Inside yourself? Away from this burden? Doesn't it feel good? Feel this. Just feel this. Now, it's time to come back to this present reality. Take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Allow yourself to come back to your body. Feel the feeling of your hands on your clothes or on the chair that you're sitting on. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the ground beneath you. Smell what you smell. And now, open your eyes. Only when you're ready. Only when it feels right to do so. You can stay in this as long as you wish. When you're ready, come out of this meditation by just opening your eyes and waking up to a new day and going about life in a free, peaceful, sovereign way. Now, you are living from the inside out. Open your eyes. That was the meditation. Now that is all that I have to say on this video. Later on today, I will be doing the new moon in Pisces videos, the collective, and then the one for your sign later on today. I'm going to give myself a break a little bit and come back to it later when I'm ready. And I will do those, and I am hoping that new moon in Pisces for your 12 signs becomes very, very popular as well. I'm excited to talk about that. And I will see you on the next episode of the Real Me podcast, where I will live from the inside out and not the outside in. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.